The invasion and politicization of gaming continues unabated, as the mainstream media places its sights on yet another refuge of gaming culture and hobby. Why do female pro gamers earn millions less than men? Asks this archive post of The Guardian. The answer? Let's get right to it, because you already know what the answer is. It's misogyny. Of course. Oh, and racism and transphobia as well. How does that even factor in? Well, it's a very good question, because as they point out, esport is theoretically an equal playing field, because, well, it literally is. There is nothing more equal than esports in terms of sport. You are working with the exact same input, the exact same units, the exact same mechanics, on the exact same kind of hardware. It is literally the levelest playing field imaginable, in which only skill has any effect on it. Balance, I guess, but by and large, this is not a problem with the playing field. So why do female pro gamers earn millions less than men? Millions, I say. Well, if we take the 0.00000000001% of esport players, the absolute top, a Dane, excuse me, that earned some $7 million across his career, and then compare him to number 367, then we see a pay disparity. Oh, imagine that! You have the world's most high-earning player out of all of them, and then you've got number 367, and the Guardians are, damn, why does the one earn more than the other? Again, the word earn has no meaning in modern day society, does it? It's just a combination of letters these days. So number 367 is the StarCraft 2 player, Sasha Scarlett Hostin. Now, I actually used to be a pretty big fan of competitive StarCraft back in the day of Total Biscuit. And it was really cool to watch. I enjoyed I watched the GSL, I think it was called, the pro-level Korean tournaments where some of the best players were competing, and bunches of smaller fan-made tournaments as well. It was really enjoyable back then. The scene has fallen off quite drastically in my opinion, but there are still massive tournaments, although mainly within the more stuff like League of Legends, for example, Dota or Hearthstone. StarCraft 2 has been limping along for quite some time now. But I watched Scarlett play on several occasions, and here's the thing, she was good. Oh, absolutely, she could beat my ass in any game of StarCraft at any point in time, no doubt about it. But compared to the people she was playing against, let's just say that I rarely saw her win a match, let's put it like that, because there are absolutely differences, biological differences in these fields as well, as high-level real-time strategy is a goddamn stressful thing. It is difficult and it requires you to deal with a lot of things at the same time. It requires a lot of non-linear thinking, a lot of very creative thinking, and most importantly of all, because women can do all of these things as well. As proven here, being amongst the top few hundred in StarCraft is a tremendous achievement, no doubt. But the biggest thing is, becoming a pro gamer is hell. It's actual literal hell. If we look at the list that the Guardian lists here, these are the player earnings. Here's Scarlett, right here, 367 at $400,000. So you can see her closest competitors are not earning millions of dollars. No, they're earning basically the same as her. It's a very slow incremental rise right here. And you need to get up to the top 111 to see that $1 million income over their entire career. And even this guy here, the top earner, right? The top earner did that over 100 tournaments. This is not a particularly lucrative business, and to even get to this point where you can kinda earn some money, again, I stress, over the course of their entire careers, you're gonna have to travel all across the world constantly. You're gonna have to compete in hundreds of tournaments. You're going to have to live out of your goddamn trunk. probably for years, just for the tiny, minuscule percentage shot of maybe getting in amongst the top few hundred. Never mind the top actual percentile up there. To put it plainly, the esport industry struggles with misogyny, of course. You see, Overwatch League's first female coach, Molly Avala Kim, says that she had once been accepted on a team as a player before she gave up quickly because of the difficulty of joining a team house with other male players. Oh no, I have to live alongside men! Filthy, disgusting creatures. The difficulty simply will not cease, and there's the thing too. A lot more men are willing to put up with the difficulties, to put up with this shit. Living in a team house is not a glorious existence. You are living in a tiny-ass flat with other men as you practice playing your super top-tier, sweaty-level StarCraft for most of the day. It's not pleasant. There's no vacation house. And in this chick's case, it was simply too difficult. It was just too goddamn difficult. And I don't blame her. I probably wouldn't like it either. I wouldn't want to do it either, just like she wouldn't. Kim also spoke out about hurtful comments she received online about her appearance. Oh no, a woman being told negative shit about how she looks. How weird and unusual. Again, I'm sorry here, but getting called shit on the internet, honey, you're just gonna have to get used to that. There is no special protection against that. Hey, I have had straight up lying ass hit pieces written about me. I haven't just been, I haven't, oh, they mocked my appearance, they made fun of my beard. No, I have been accused of criminal activities again and again and again. Yet what did I do? Did I bend my head and cry like a little bitch and walk off the internet? No, I just kept on going, and you're gonna have to do that too. Is it hard? Yeah. Does it suck? Sure, but this is the goddamn internet. You can't stop it. Oh, you could get off the entire thing full-on China style, sure. You could just censor absolutely everything, sure. Do you want that? Because I don't think you do. I don't think most people do. The misogyny is related to and compounded by sexism of wider gaming culture. Again, it's just sexist. Yeah, that's it. That's the problem. It's just sexism, you see. And let me continue on this point as well, to disprove. Because well, actually, no. There is some sexism? Yes. There is absolutely some sexism. There is sexism within gaming culture, and it's pushed entirely, 1000% by the left. As they decided, you know what? Let's introduce gender politics into esports, shall we? Announcing Victorius, the first all-female esports team. And I ask ya, looking at this picture, what do you think are what do you believe is the primary reason why these women were chosen to get this unrivaled shot at esports fame and glory? These women, because of the fact they have the correct genitalia, were given the shots as some of the biggest prize pools in esports. Why do you think that is? Do you think it's because of their unrivaled elite gamer skills? Well, all-female League of Legends teams Victorius kicked out of the LCL, a major Russian tournament, one of the biggest in League of Legends. Why were they kicked? Well, was it the misogyny? Did the patriarchy crack down on their tiny little innocent women necks? No, it was because of this. This is Victorius. This is their win rate. 0%. They were kicked out because they were being ritualistically humiliated by the other teams playing against them. In fact, several of the other teams had to be given warnings and punishment for unsportsmanly behavior because they picked off meta brand teams. They picked all supports to play against them because they were just like, a bunch of girls. And then, here's the thing. If they had then stood up like the underdogs and beat the shit out of them, that would have been a glorious revenge. But no, the opposing teams that had to be warned for their off-meta, what was here? Was it mentioned in this one? They did set a record with the fastest loss ever. The average of 22 minutes and 11 seconds. They also have the record for the fastest loss in any esport game ever, and 13 minutes. Oh, fast loss in the League of Legends, that is. I don't think... No, they don't mention it here, I don't think. But several teams were actually punished for being unsportsmanlike and not taking them seriously. And I wonder why. Even when their opponents actively gimped themselves. 14 losses. 0, dude. Oh. I repeat the question, why do female gamers earn million less than men? Oh, I wonder. And the solutions to this? Oh, you know what the solution is. Implementing and enforcing codes of conduct. Obviously, wir müssen crack down on those dirty misogynists that keeps beating the shit out of our female players on a level playing field. The Fair Victors, by the way, is still around. They're playing in an all-female league now, where they can win on occasion. And I'm being a sassy little bastard here, but I do feel bad for them. They should never have been in the LCL. It was a one-sided massacre, and it must have... God, I cannot imagine how much it must have sucked for them. Let me take a moment here to be a little bit sympathetic. I know, I've been really goddamn mean to them, but I can imagine it must have felt awful to go 14-0 and have your embarrassment broadcasted live for everyone to see, to the point that the LCL deleted most of the footage of YouTube. I can't help but laugh, though. And again, it's not these girls' fault. I know nothing about them. Maybe they're raging wokists, in which case, fuck them, but they were used as a political chess piece. They were grabbed up because they were pretty girls with the correct set of genitalia, dumped into a piranha pond, and ritualistically humiliated for it. And now, the only way we can get female players to compete on a level playing field is by cracking down on those god-awful sexist gamers, those racist and misogynists who keep beating the shit out of them in a video game. Any woman can, and here's the best part, as always, this is a Guardian article after all. Any woman can attest to how little bystanders help in a situation of violence. Violence! Getting cream pied in a goddamn League of Legends match is violence now. We thought we'd reached the peak back in 2016 when words were violence. Well, getting your ass creamed in League of Legends is now violence. Oh god, I hope this is the top of the mountain because I don't want to see the peaks ahead. Oi, oi, oi. And in essential that such codes must be drafted. The hammer must come down, you see, to make sure that LGBTQIP plus people community are welcome and able to compete at the highest level. We need to crush this meritocratic spirit of gaming once and for all so we can stop the humiliations. Until next time, I have been Ahhh. Thank you all very much for watching, and if you enjoyed me picking the lowest hanging fruit on the goddamn planet, a Guardian article, then you know, please give the video a like and a comment. I'll understand if you won't kiss. Again, this is some low hanging fruit, but sometimes you just gotta pick on the Guardian, cause they never fail to produce some grade A comedy. Have a good day.